Could this right here, this logo, be the hottest logo in the NHL? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Weekend Whistle. I'm Chris. That's Maul. It's the glasses episode. He had a pair on,
It
so
is.
I had to put a pair on.
Just how it works.
This is just how it
That's
has
how
to
we do
be
it.
today.
Yeah.
It's
Needed to be done.
It's like that. We have a lot of interesting stuff to talk about this weekend in the world of the NHL. How about we start with arguably the hottest team in the league right now? The Anaheim Ducks are on a fucking tear. Last night, or Saturday night, as of time of recording, they won an overtime thriller against the Vegas Golden Knights. Now that team has won 6 straight. They are 8-1-1 in their last 10 games. I'm utterly mind blown. They're one of 2 teams in the NHL to have 17 different players have a point on the season. The only other team is the Pittsburgh Penguins.
All I want to say is, I'm so glad that D and I had faith in your team where you didn't.
Well, let's also,
because look at how they're doing.
Okay, but we're also only a month into the season.
And this is what they're putting out in a month, dude.
Here's the thing. It's why the beginning of the season is always so rough, right? Because it's like, yes, this is an amazing start in the first 15 games of the season, but there's a whole 60 something games left. What, 67 games left in the season?
Right. Yeah.
So like
about that.
Anything can happen, but this is an unbelievable start to the season. I mean, it has been a little bit shaky. You look at guys like Peter Mrazek, who has a 4.56 goals against average in 3 starts. That is horrendous.
I'm doing too well over there.
No, and mind you, he is who we picked up when we traded John Gibson away to the Detroit Red Wings. That was our return. But like the drastic, I mean, he's 3-0 in his 3 starts so far this season. But Lucas Dostal, who is the Ducks' starting goaltender, primary goaltender, is 7-3 with a goals against average of 2.81. That is a very drastic difference between pucks in the net and pucks by the goal. Like, holy shit.
Right?
Do
My God.
Do you think that is going to hurt Anaheim down the line?
I don't know. I think Anaheim is kind of surprising a lot of people, you included, with their performance so far this year. I mean, and like you said, we're a month in. There's still a lot to do. There's still a lot of injuries that have happened that we're waiting for people to come back. Still teams trying to move players. There's a lot of movement going on right now in the NHL.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to lose this momentum, though, because I think that they found something that works for them. And until someone can figure out how to break that, they're going to continue to use it.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. You look at Leo Carlsson has 23 points. Cutter Gauthier 18, Troy Terry 18. Like, we've got guys on the ice. Jacob Trouba has a plus minus of plus 16.
Disgusting.
This team is unbelievable this year. To start off the season, it's one of those situations where you're just waiting on the right person to get there. And I mean, they have a goal differential of plus 14. They've only lost 1 game at home. And they're maximizing every chance that they can get.
Well, that's the biggest thing, though, is they found the rhythm.
Yeah.
They found something that works, and they're going with it.
And they're putting up crazy points right now. So
yeah,
we will see how we will keep our eyes on that. Obviously, the removal of the bias for me as a Ducks fan, it's Actually, it's pretty special to see the start that this team has had. Um, I guess obviously tonight, as of time of recording, they have to play Winnipeg on a back to back, so we will see how that goes. But who knows? Who knows?
Dude, I'm
Um,
excited to see Anaheim keep it up.
oh yeah, we'll see. We will see how far they can go with this sort of the sort of momentum that they have. Unfortunate for a team that really could use some momentum right now. Um, Pierre-Luc Dubois of the Washington Capitals is out 3 to 4 months after having surgery on Friday to address injuries in his abdominal and abductor muscles. Um,
Dude, that's gonna suck.
yeah.
You need that. I mean, that's your core muscles. You literally use that for everything.
Yeah, no, and the fact that he got injured on Halloween doesn't help at all. On November 5th, Spencer Carberry was spoken to about it. He was cited saying, we don't think it's going to be season ending, just an extended period of time at this point. Pierre Luc Dubois has played how many games this year? He has not, he's only 6 games played this year. He doesn't have any goals or assists right now, which is hard to, you know, it's not a good way to start the season. It makes it hard. But
Mhm.
do you think this is going to hurt the momentum? Any momentum, any uphill swing that Washington is having right now?
I mean, I don't know because he hasn't he's been with the team for a little over a year now. So I think Washington is still a pretty solid team. I mean, they've been having kind of a rough go at the last couple games. Um,
They're
I don't
seven,
think
7-1.
I don't think it's going to make a huge difference on their performance, especially because he wasn't producing. You know, I think
Yeah.
that that's a big part of it. Like if he was producing and getting some points or turnovers, I think that that would, yeah, we could argue a point that that would make a difference in the team. But honestly, 3 to 4 months out, he's pretty much done the season. Like I know that he said that it's not a season-ending injury, but that's pretty much his season.
That's
I mean, you
February,
think it's
March,
December,
April,
right?
maybe.
December, January, February is the earliest.
Yeah,
March,
February,
I
March.
mean,
You're looking at a return, getting close. Hope past the All-Star break, past the
yeah,
Olympic break,
right.
and hope
And
that he's good to go for playoff time if they're in a position to make the playoffs.
well, and that's the point I was getting at is like if you think about it, by the time he gets back, the team has either already cemented their spot in the playoffs or they're fighting tooth and nail for a wild card.
Right.
There's no in between. They'll have either it's the Washington Capitals. They'll have either one or the other.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sorry, Pierre is not an all-star player who makes or breaks that team.
No, we're talking very different if a guy like Ovi goes down, a guy like
Nylander,
Carlson, a guy like well, Nylander doesn't play for the Capitals.
no, I know, but I'm just saying like an important
I like
player on a
Yeah,
team
like
that
Tom
puts
Wilson,
out
like
numbers, right?
players that put out a lot. Yeah. Um how
So
about this?
it sucks. That absolutely would be miserable because that is a type of
That's
surgery and
big.
injury that you don't realize how much you use your core until you try to do anything and you feel it for a long time.
Yeah. How about this? How about we look at the scoring lead right now? And it's a very interesting name up at the top of that list. That'd be a one Connor Bedard.
Dude, this man is popping off hard this year.
Dude, 9 goals, 16 assists in 16 games to have 25 points. Like,
This is it, dude. I mean, this is his second season, well, third season in the NHL.
yeah,
He's found his rhythm. And you know what's the crazy thing though? This is what we talked about on Pucked Up at the first episode of the season. Or no, was it one of the last episodes of last season? Is these new players, it takes them 2 to 3 seasons
especially on a bad team.
but it takes a couple seasons of playing
To
to
get
get
your
out the
bearings.
nerve,
Yeah.
you know?
It's about 100
And
games.
and now look at him. Connor Bedard is a prime example of that. He has played a few seasons. He now knows what he expects when he goes to the different arenas, the different venues, the different towns, the different cities, the traveling. He's used to being on the road. He's used to the pressure of being away from his family and doing everything that he has to, being part of the NHL. He's used to the nerves of the fans screaming at him and all of that crap. And that is showing on his points this year. He is standing out. Now, he's always been a good player.
But he
And
hasn't
yes,
had the
to your
help.
point, he's been on a bad team,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he hasn't had the help.
But here's the thing, even if they're on a bad team, you can still make plays if you're a confident player.
Right.
And yes, the Blackhawks are going through a rebuild phase because that's everyone's favorite term nowadays in sports. Rebuild, right? But they've done a lot of work as an organization, a lot of positive changes, and now he's getting the backup that he needs to make the plays. And dude, the sky's the limit for this kid this
Well,
year.
and don't look now. Speaking of these younger players getting their bearings in, second year Macklin Celebrini is in second place, right behind him with 24 points. Dude, in 16 games, 10 goals, 14 assists.
Yeah.
And then one spot behind him, 2023 second overall pick in the 2023 draft, Leo Carlson has 23 points and is leading the Anaheim Ducks right now.
Right. Well, and that's the crazy thing is now they're beating out McKinnon.
And McKinnon's right there. McKinnon's one goal behind.
Yeah. And you know what? I think a huge advantage that Celebrini had was the team hasn't been good since he's been on it. So there's not a
I
lot of
know.
pressure for them to perform. People are just like, oh, we're gonna show up because we're fans, but that's it.
And they barely
You
do
know?
that. And I mean, now look at
Right.
if the playoffs were to start today, the fucking San Jose Sharks would be 1 point out of a wild card spot. So,
Which
like,
is such a scary thing to say.
the fucking turnaround that we've seen from
Right.
them to start the season is crazy.
Exactly.
I mean, they're just above 500, but points wise, they have 3 overtime losses. So they're getting there. They're getting themselves to a point where they can acquire points.
Yes.
Which
And I think that is very important.
Anaheim has been doing a lot of the same thing, but in the difference being Anaheim has found a way to take those could be losses and make them wins.
No, honestly. And you know what? I'm expected big things from Bedard this year.
Bedard, I'm expecting from Celebrini, Will Smith, who I imagine has been putting up some solid numbers too in San Jose. I think these young kids now were finally, and that's what they are, dude. They're children. They're like 19, 20 years old.
Right.
I think we're starting to see the birth of these players starting to come out, like you said, and even if it's not specifically to have like playoff caliber teams, these kids are going to show, hey, yeah, we're ready to lead. Which I think is a big change. How about Jonathan Quick leading fucking all the goalie stats right now? He has a shutout, a save percentage of .950, and he's got a goals against average of 1.26.
That's wild, dude.
In 4 starts. That shit is unbelievable. And he's 39.
Dude, 39 years old, man. That's crazy. And he's
won his 2 championships and he's won his stuff. He's had a great career. But it's, I mean, we'll get to the fucking Rangers in a minute. But I guess keeping the theme of goaltending, and this will make you happy. Toronto Maple Leafs goalie Joseph Woll is slowly working his way back to return, where he is making some AHL conditioning starts. For those that know, he left the team in October on October 24th, taking a month-long leave of absence to attend to a personal family matter. There is still no news, I don't think, on what went down.
You know what? And at this point, he's back playing. I don't think it matters.
No, it's nobody's
And I,
business.
yeah, and I really hope that the fans and people just let it go, especially the reporters, because reporters can be really fucking annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Let it go. He's back. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter why he left. It doesn't matter why he was out. If they wanted to tell us, they would have told us, and they clearly didn't for a reason. Let it be. Move on. The rest of us already have.
Absolutely. It looks like he is going to be starting Wednesday against Grand Rapids. There's no timetable. I imagine we'll see him for a game or two down there just to get his bearings back, and then I imagine we will see him back up in the main roster, following right behind Anthony Stolars within the next couple weeks.
Which would be good because Solars needs some backup.
Yeah, because
he either is on fire or he's on fire, and needs to be switched out with someone who can be reliable. And I hate to say it, but actually I don't hate to say it. Wool stepped up last year in the playoffs.
yeah, because Caden Primo did terribly in the 3 games that he played, and the Dennis Hildeby, one start. He didn't exactly have a lot to be said on that game. I mean, he had 20 saves and gave up a goal.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is in one start. I mean, I guess you can't ask for more than that. But I mean, yeah, I think we're at a point where having Wall back will be great. He did have one start on Saturday with the Toronto Marlies, allowing 3 goals on 24 shots in a 3-2 loss against Lehigh Valley Phantoms. But no, I think once he gets his headspace back in, you guys would really benefit from having your full goaltending core back. There's a lot of other issues that need to be addressed in Toronto right now, but I feel like goaltending shouldn't be one of them.
No, and I think having Wall part of the team is going to be what we need.
Right.
Because I bet a lot of Stellars's outbreaks recently have been because he has no backup.
Yeah, Stoli's doing what he can. I mean, 6 wins, 3.35 goals against average. He has definitely given up a few this year. So, I mean, it is what it is. But
we just need Wall to get back, buddy. That's it.
Yeah, that's the truth. Well, I think it's time to introduce a new segment to the Weekend Whistle. Maul, this is one of your personal favorites.
This is something that we've been cooking on since the creation of this show, and we are finally excited to reveal it and let you guys in on the secret surprise. So, I would like to introduce everyone to the new segment of the Weekend Whistle called the Swiss Cheese of the Week. Now, buckle up, hockey fans. It's time to crown the crease catastrophe, the 5-hole phenomenon, the absolute meltdown between the pipes. This is our Swiss Cheese of the Week. Chris, who is it?
Well, we have an honorable mention today, and that would be Saturday night's game against the Colorado Avalanche and the Edmonton Oilers, where the Oilers goalies collectively dropped 9 goals.
9 goals from a playoff contending team.
From a team that made the Cup Finals the last 2 seasons.
Twice.
They got bitch slapped by the Colorado Avalanche. But our Swiss cheese of the week, someone who...
our favorite goalie that we talked about the most last year.
Indeed. That would be a one Sergei Bobrovsky, who on the 4th of November in a game against the Anaheim Ducks,
gave up 7 goals.
He faced 32 shots, saving 25 of them, giving up 7 goals. Now you'd say, hold on. They're a great team. How many of those were on the power play? 2. He gave up
It-
5 even strength goals.
Oh, Bob Roski. His
Oh,
save
Bob.
percent is a .781.
Oof. I
Yeah.
mean, stats wise for him this season, he's got a
Oh,
2.74 goals against average, 7 wins and a shutout. But I'll tell you what he didn't shut out. He didn't shut out the Ducks that night because that was one of 3 straight games where they scored 7 goals.
now, can we talk about why did they not pull him from net?
Because the other guy dropped 7 the week before to the Ducks.
So all I'm gonna say is, we may have uncovered
A flaw.
an epidemic going on in Florida right now with goalies.
Neither of them can stop a goddamn Anaheim puck, apparently.
Yeah, something about those pucks. So congratulations, Sergei Bobrovsky, for being the first brown Swiss cheese of the week on the weekend whistle.
Now, if you will enjoy this beautiful picture with the
I think it's
cheese
on this
on
side.
Bobrovsky's head.
Am I on the right side?
No, no other side.
On this side?
There it is.
All right, cool. I got it. I figured it
Please
out.
enjoy this picture. Well, as always, like we round out the show, Maul, do you want to go over the standings as they
Yeah.
stand this far into the season?
Hell yeah. Let's do the leagues. No, we'll do conference stand-ins, right? Or you want to do division?
Just do them how we normally do them by the wild card.
All right. Wild card division. Start with the Atlantic. In the Eastern, we have the Montreal Canadiens, number 1 with 22 points. Boston Bruins in second with 20 points. And the Tampa Bay Lightning third with 18 points. The Metropolitan Division, we have the New Jersey Devils 22 points, Pittsburgh Penguins 21 points, and the Carolina Hurricanes at 20 points. The wild card for the Eastern Conference, we have the Philadelphia Flyers 18 points, tied with the Detroit Red Wings at 17 points. We have a two-way tie for second, Toronto Maple Leafs and the Ottawa Senators. Wow, something about Ontario right now.
I was gonna
And then in
say,
third place, we have another two-way tie between the New York Islanders and New York Rangers. So the Battle of Ontario and the Battle of New York control the wild card spots. Funny. And then we have the Washington Capitals and Florida Panthers, both at 15 points. A lot of ties in the wild card spot. Heading over to the Western, we have the Central Division. We have the Colorado Avalanche at 23 points. The Dallas Stars at 19. Chicago Blackhawks at 19.
it's crazy.
On the Pacific, we have the Anaheim Ducks at 21. The Vegas Golden Knights at 18. And a tie with the Seattle Kraken at 18. Our wild card spots, we have the Winnipeg Jets and the Utah Mammoth also both at 18. So that is a four-way tie
That's what
for
the
one of those
bottom.
spots.
That's like insane.
Yeah, and then it gets even crazier because the San Jose Sharks are right after them. They're right neck and neck for position, and the San Jose Sharks are beating out a three-way tie between the Edmonton Oilers, the Vancouver Canucks, and the Los Angeles Kings. Can we just talk about how neither one of the teams who were in the Stanley Cup playoffs the last 2 years in a row are even contenders for a wild card right now?
Can we talk about if the playoffs were to start today, only 2 Canadian teams would even make the fucking Stanley Cup playoffs?
Let's not talk about it, please.
That's it. Right now,
The
it
cup
would just be Winnipeg and fucking Montreal. And yeah,
and
this is worst
I
case
really
scenario start for the
look.
Edmonton Oilers.
All I'm saying is I want a Canadian team to win so bad because obviously I'm Canadian, it's near and dear to my heart. But for the love of God, don't ever let it be the Canadians who bring the cup back. I will never hear the end of it.
They will
Canada
never
will
let you live
never.
it down.
No, I think at that point, people would look at Quebec and be like, yeah, you can secede if you want. Bye.
Yeah, whatever.
Just go.
Do your own thing.
Congratulations, you did it.
I mean, and it's not even just the Oilers. This is worst case scenario for the Florida Panthers too. Both of
Yeah.
them at the bottom of the barrel. Like,
Yeah. I
holy
mean, and
shit.
then like let's go and look at I mean, dude. the Florida Panthers aren't that far from the Calgary Flame. There's 5 points between them.
They
Florida
would,
Panthers and the Washington Capitals are only 5 points ahead of the worst team in the NHL right
and
now.
those are all teams right there that would have a legitimate chance at the fucking the fucking lottery right there.
Right. Dude, I hope speaking of lottery, I hope they get rid of that. That's such a dumb system.
Oh, we all agree on that. It needs to be removed. I mean, your top 5 teams are like 3 of them you expect and 2 of them that have had a major start to the season.
Yeah, and one of them you didn't even believe in.
I mean, and I watch them more than you guys.
Do
But we
I just want, I mean, dude.
do we think, and we've talked about how constantly changing the system, bringing in new coaches, bringing in new play styles. We talked about how sometimes that can actually hurt a team. Anaheim has gone through a few coaches in the last few years. And if you remove the controversy and remove everything surrounding Joel Quenneville, are we now feeling like Joel Quenneville might be the best case scenario for the Anaheim Ducks?
Like as their current coach?
Because they brought him in. He's won 3 Stanley Cups. Like,
well, but that's the biggest thing is like it's not just the players that have to have a connection and like a bond and the ability to like work together.
yeah,
There has to be with the coaching staff too, and that all starts at the head coach.
right.
You are the captain of that ship. If you don't bode well with the crew, the ship's not going to be successful. That's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
And I think that he may be the best choice for them because he has the experience, because he's clearly proven that he's been able to find the special sauce that they need to make shit happen.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
and I think another team, speaking of, you could talk about making those long needed changes. Look at the Pittsburgh Penguins.
dude, I'm glad to see them on like a comeback.
Because I mean, obviously they fired Mike Sullivan at the end of the year last season. He had obviously brought that team multiple Stanley Cups over the past 10 years.
Yep.
But it
Yeah,
had
back
not
to
been
back, right?
working
No.
at
Was it back to
all.
back?
Yeah, they went back to back 18,
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
Or 16, 17. I think.
Something like that.
Yeah. Or 17, 18. I'm trying to remember. It was, yeah. But tell you, my dad would be able to tell you exactly. But I think it was 2016, 2017. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think that was another team that was desperate for a change. They bring in Dan Muse. They bring in a brand new face to the organization. They continue to allow Kyle Dubas to make the moves that he thinks are necessary as a GM. That team is starting to come into their own. And I mean, they've got that fucking rookie who is just nasty. Oh my god, what the fuck's his name? My dad and I were talking about him.
On the Penguins?
Yeah, let me pull it up real fast. Ben Kindle. This kid's 18, playing on the top line with Sidney Crosby and Brian Rust. That's 7 points in 14 games as an 18-year-old.
Holy shit, dude! I'm looking at his picture right now. I don't even think he has any facial hair.
I don't know if his mother knows what he's doing. That is a fucking 18-year-old. That is a child.
Dude, do you think he has to get a permission slip to be there?
He probably did.
Holy shit.
He needs
Dude,
to have
talk
a
about
chaperone
baby
wherever he
face,
goes.
dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, 18, dude. And
has he lost all of his baby teeth yet?
I think so. He might have hit puberty, but it's crazy. He might have hit puberty. He might not have. But I mean, to have a player that young on the top line with 2 of your best players, while obviously Ricard Raquel is recovering from injury and he'll likely take that spot back. Top six, I've always said top six playing time is the most important for a young talent that you're trying to really develop because it gives them a wealth of experience. Wealth of experience. No question, wealth of experience.
Dude,
But
and
it
he's
also lets
averaging
them see.
15 minutes
Yeah.
on ice per game. That's
Yeah.
wild for 18 years old, dude.
Yeah. It allows the teams to see if he can sink or swim in that early, like to know what to expect. And it gives them plenty of time on the ice. So that's big. Erik Karlsson is also actually doing something again, which for everything that the Penguins gave up for him, he better start doing stuff.
No,
But
for sure.
I mean, even with the the Bruins were supposed to be shit this year. I mean, 10-7 is not a great record, but they're seventh in the league with 20 points because they're winning games. They've also played more games than any team in the league right now. It's them in Nashville. So that
Yeah.
is obviously, they've got a couple extra in them. But
Because of Chara, dude. Chara came back.
no, he did. Well, I guess a little bit, yeah, but I want to point out we are 16 games into the season and the New York Rangers have yet to find a win at home.
Do you think they just give up?
I mean, do you remember what happened last year?
No.
Because I'd say they gave up. But they're unbelievable on the road. They're 7-1-1 away. But they can't get a win at fucking Madison Square Garden to save their lives.
I mean, it's so bad that, I heard that they removed the goal horn at Madison Square Garden because they don't need it.
You wouldn't have to put it in.
That guy must be so bored. He's just sitting there eagerly waiting to hit it.
Oof. I don't know what's worse, that or the fact that a goal differential for St. Louis Blues is minus 19. You fucking imagine. I need goalie stats here. This is incredible. God, how bad are you? Oh my God. Joel Hofer has a goals against average of 4.05. Jordan Binnington has a goals against average of 3.34. This team, you want to talk about sieves? Swiss cheese nation rise up because fucking St. Louis Blues are coming in hot. Swiss cheese of the month. What are you expecting in the next week? What are you expecting to see from these teams that are on a roll? Teams like the Bruins, teams like the Ducks, um, teams like the Carolina Hurricanes, who are 6-4 in their last 10.
Well, based on the schedule, because I've been kind of looking at that for this week, we're not really heavily. We don't really have a lot of games going on this week. Not anything wildly crazy. I think that they're going to continue the momentum because, like I said, just combing through the schedule, it doesn't look like any of those teams, Anaheim or Bruin, are playing, really difficult teams.
I mean, Anaheim has to play
the Jets.
The Jets tonight. On Tuesday, they have to play the Avalanche.
Bruins are playing the
then
Leafs
they play
again.
Then they play the Red
They're
Wings.
going to win.
Yeah.
I love the Leafs, but they get their ass kicked by the Bruins.
Bruins have to play the Senators on Thursday.
Yeah. The Leafs got to play the Kings. That may be a win. The Ducks are going to play the Red Wings. That's easy for the Ducks.
No, the thing is they've been beating everybody, and they've been beating everyone handedly. Like last night was the first game in the past week that they really had to really fight for it.
So I'm going to be interested for the game on Thursday, the San Jose Sharks versus Calgary Flames.
This is where we'll see how good the Sharks really are. Because with how they're starting off, that team should fuck them up.
Should absolutely destroy
it
them.
Should not be a contest. So yeah, I'm very, very interested to see how the season plays out. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts on all these teams doing so great. While you're at it, if you enjoyed this, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. It lets you know anytime we upload anything new. We will see all of you beautiful bastards back again on Wednesday with the normal weekly episode of Pucked Up. And hopefully by then I'm still happy and the Ducks are still winning.
I know I won't be.